LPT, when hired for a new job, copy the list of responsibilities they provide you and save it in a folder with your resume. This will make it easier to complete an application the next time you look for a job when the employer asks what your last job duties were. LPT, friends and family will hold on to grudges long after you've forgiven yourself. It's easy to get into the habit of venting to them about your relationship, but unless it's toxic or abusive, remember they don't get to see the good along with the bad. LPT, having anxiety before work, a fun social event, etc. does not dictate how that event will go. Apply this accordingly to your daily challenges and see if it helps you. It has taken me years to realize that just because I'm unsure about how my day will go, does not mean I will have a bad day. After some time, I realized my anxiety was an emotion, not a set outcome. Even with exciting events, I was horrified they'd turn terrible, and this tip helped me completely detach my emotions to the probability that something bad was going to happen. Hope it helps. LPT, if you have kids that squabble over who got more, let one create the portions and therefore decide the portion size, then have the other be the first to choose which dish they'd like. Guaranteed you'll get perfectly even dishes. Source: I have a brother who is bigger than me and beat the crap out of me when I got a bigger portion. LPT, you can always negotiate your rent. Even if you have been living in the unit for years. I live in the heart of a pretty expensive city. I have been renting this unit for almost 2 years and rent was increased once by $100. Due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the real estate and rental market in this city, and surrounding areas, has been shifting. I did some research and found units in the same apartment building, going for $200 to $250 less than what I was paying. I simply stated that fair market value was no longer what I was paying and requested a re-evaluation. To my surprise, they agreed. Fact of the matter is that if I terminated my tenancy, they would need to look for someone else and would not be able to charge what they are currently charging me. The time, effort involved as well for them to find a new tenant weighs in as opportunity cost for the landlord as well. Long story short, do your research and always advocate for yourself. LPT, don't ever trust a call from your credit card company. Politely end the conversation and make contact with them with the number on the back of your debit card. Long story short, my sister received what she thought was a call from her credit card company informing her that her account had suspicious activity. She gave them all the necessary information and they charged thousands on her account. Always call the number for confirmation on the back of your credit card. LPT, it's okay to want to change paths. Just because you initially thought you were going down a specific career trajectory, it's never too late to change course. You're not giving up. You're ever evolving and figuring out what's the best fit for you. LPT, don't be afraid to splurge a little bit on a few luxury items from the grocery store that may dissuade you from eating out, and act as a reward for saving money and, probably, eating healthier. The cost of a meal purchased at the grocery store is on average far cheaper than a similar meal via fast food, takeout, or, especially, delivery. If you can afford it, splurging a little bit on a good steak or specialty produce at the grocery store may prevent you from eating out as often, so you'll save money and experience higher quality food compared with a similarly priced meal from a restaurant. Edit, typo. LPT, always know your exit strategy, even if you have no need to exit. From simple things like buildings and family lunches, to the big things like marriages, jobs, housing, etc., knowing how you'll be okay if it goes downhill can make all the difference. This is not saying plan for the worst, but know what your options are so you don't feel trapped in a relationship, situation or job. Having that agency can make staying a considered choice, not just the way your life happens to be going. It also comes with huge peace of mind. What if you get evicted? Then you can short-term stay with X, Y, or Z, your belongings can go to X, Y, you can get moving help from such and such. If you get fired? If your spouse becomes abusive? What ducks do you need to get in line to make that transition smoother? Talk to professionals, get the information and make informed choices. Knowing you have options can make all the difference, and help you take control before shit hits the fan. This can also work for simple things. Knowing you can leave a party anytime can mean you enjoy it more and end up staying longer than expected. Knowing you can change doctors or babysitters means you'll appreciate what keeps you coming back to your usual ones while also not feeling trapped if the service level slips. Sometimes the exit strategy will suck, it will involve living in your car or stepping on toes at the family lunch, but the important thing is you know you have that option, and you will survive it, and can go on to create a better life from your choices. LPT, if somebody asks you for a favor, try to put the ball back in their court. Example, they ask you to put up a picture, you tell them to get the screws first, then you'll do it. If they ask you for help with their laptop, tell them to bring it to you and you'll look. I find doing this a lot of people never come back for the favor, because they can't be bothered doing their little bit. And if they actually need help, they'll help you to help them.